Stop taking herbs and supplements for 30 days. If you take any herb or supplement consistently, you need to watch this video because here's the truth. There is so much misinformation in the wellness space and no one is really talking about the long-term impacts of supplementation and consistent herb use. And in this video, I'll explain why everybody needs to take a month of supplements and a month of herbs. And I'll also share with you my personal story and bring you up to speed with some of the science and give you, towards the end of this video, my golden rule on how long you should take herbs for, how long you should take supplements for, and how long of a break you should actually have. So stick with this video to the end to get all of those gems. I've been taking herbs actively since 2012, and I also take some vitamin D and B12, maybe like once a week. A few months ago, I started noticing what looked to me to be foamy urine. And protein in your urine is called proteinuria. And this could be a sign of kidney dysfunction, diabetes, or lupus, or a few other issues. And personally, I couldn't really figure out what's going on. And I'm taking my herbs consistently as always. I'm still supplementing as always until I put one-to-one together and realized it's these things, it's the supplements, it's the herbs. And generally when people take herbs and supplements, they tend to start with one and then stack over time. People who took cod liver oil 10 years ago alone by itself probably take cod liver oil still, but also stack it with other supplements. This is where potential problems start to stem from. There is a case for a herbal and supplement reset. When I studied to become a herbalist, during my training, it told us that every 3 weeks on a herb, it's good to take a week off. And that's for short-term use. But we don't really know about long-term use. There isn't much studies on the long-term impacts of most herbs. And from what we know, we definitely need to be a bit more mindful. So let's look into a little bit of research. A study in the Clinical Kidney Journal reviewed how certain herbal remedies have been linked with kidney injury, especially with long-term use or high dosage or both. Another research paper documented cases of people developing proteinuria and even kidney failure linked to certain herbal compounds. And it's not just your kidneys at risk. Herbs tend to be metabolized through the liver. And long-term use or high doses or both can stress the liver and cause elevated liver enzymes or even liver injury. And herbs like kava, comfrey, green tea extract in high doses have all been linked to liver toxicity. So whilst herbs, supplements are beneficial for your daily health, are powerful for healing in the short term, they can gently strain your detox organs if you do not give them a rest. If we think about herbs in the context of history, people use some of these things as and when needed. It wasn't a case that the elite of that day and age or the royals were taking specific herbs every day. I'm talking about the stronger stuff. Of course, they were taking teas, but if you're thinking about Siberian ginseng or maca, if you go back to those indigenous cultures, it wasn't a case of everyday use. Here's something else you might have noticed. When you start a new herb or supplement, you tend to feel great. Then after a few weeks, the benefits start to plateau. Sometimes they even reverse. You can have had high energy, then over time start having reduced energy or even worse than when you started. Or you might start getting bloating, acne, or even elements of fatigue. That's your body adapting. It's building tolerance, similar to when you started taking caffeine. Compare what you needed then to feel a buzz to what you need now. That's you developing some elements of tolerance. Similar with alcohol, people who tend to drink a lot require a lot more to get to that same level of toxicity or intoxication, should I say. And I've got a video on alcohol and fat loss and the hidden link between them. If you click the eye over here, you can watch that. Key gems right there. So as your tolerance increases, most people tend to increase the dose to get the same benefits. And when you increase the dose, you're putting even more pressure on your kidneys and livers. And this is why cycling and taking proper breaks isn't optional. It's essential, it's needed, it's part of what you need to get your body optimal. And if you have been taking it every single day for the past year, the past few months, don't worry. The body is an amazing thing. Your body knows how to repair itself if you put it in the situation to heal. Studies show that with alcohol, if you stop drinking alcohol for 4 weeks, your kidneys begin to heal and kidney function tends to improve. And the same goes for your liver. It can regenerate new healthy cells if you give it a rest. So if that happens with alcohol, what might happen when you stop herbs or you stop supplements for a while? Your kidneys and liver get the same chance to rejuvenate and take the most value from the herbs when you reintroduce it. And that's exactly what I experienced when I introduced things back. I done it a little bit slower, more like one by one. So firstly, I can understand what's working better for me and what's not. When you put too much things together, you don't know where the single benefits come from. So here is my hard rule on how you should take breaks from supplements and herbs. Every 3 weeks, take 1 week off herbs and supplements. Every 6 months, take a full 30 days off. If you can do it every 6 months, ideal. You might want to do it every year, depending on your schedule. And think of this as a reset button for your organs. This schedule allows you to keep the benefits of herbs, supplements while protecting you long term, because we don't really know the long-term impacts of a lot of the things that we do. And if we use the antidote or the analogy of the gym, you go stronger during recovery, you go stronger when you take a break. So use that same ideology and apply it to this. The same principle applies here. And that's why I challenge you. If you take herbs or supplements daily, take 30 days off, give your kidneys a break, give your liver a break, and let your body show you what it feels like without these things. And then after the reset, you can start reintroducing things a little bit more smarter. You don't just take your 7 pills together at once. You might be smarter, vitamin D in the winter, B12 if you're potentially deficient, but not just all together at the same time. Practice mindfulness, truthfully, health is wealth. And if you found this video beneficial, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here. And before you go, click on my face and get my herb guide. And if you're looking for your next watch this video where I talk about herbs versus supplements. Let's go, guys.